Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Jeannine, are you going to continue to torture us with that?
Yes.
It's like, my birthday was long ago. Don't sing to me.
Well, we're opening because Dad's birthday is here and there for a month.
Well, it's all year long.
And we took them out to eat, and they always tell me that I can't sing. But did you hear any cracking with my voice?
Cracking?
I kept the tone.
How about stabbing? I tried.
I kept the
We're
tone.
sitting there having a nice dinner, and you started singing and wouldn't shut up.
Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you. How was that?
So we're here on The Girls today, and
singing.
It's nice to see you come in from Florida.
Thanks.
You brought some nice weather with you.
Mm-hmm. You like my tan?
Thank God. Yeah, do you like my tan? White as snow.
How do you like me now?
Look at the contrast. I'm like bluish white because I'm freezing.
I'm blue. Ba-da-dee-da-da-da. Anyway, we talked on the phone and we chit-chat about what topics we want to discuss. And back and forth, and Mom said, I think we should talk about these GLP-1 medications. And I was like, that's
actually what I said was the skinny shots.
Yeah,
right.
But people get mad because I did post on our Facebook page about the shots, and then people were saying it's not just a shot, it's not just for diets. And
oh, no.
But it is a shot. It's a shot that you inject into your body. So it is a shot. I know there's also a pill that they can take. Right. And we did talk with our healthcare professional, Dr. Phil Benyo. Mm-hmm. So he's on another show. So if you're watching us on YouTube or on our website, you can go to that and you can see his show too. But today we're going to have 2 success stories.
Right. I'm excited.
Yes, we have Kim Barbush on with us, and we also later on have Sandy DeAndrea on, and they've both been on a form of the GLP-1 medication, so they're going to tell their stories.
And whys, the who, what, when, where, why.
And then I do know a couple people who didn't want to be on the show or their name mentioned, but they did talk about the negative impact that they had on them. So as we said on the show with Dr. Phil Benyo, we're giving you the pros and the cons.
Right, we're not promoting it, we're not putting it down.
If it's good or bad or whatever, it's what's best for you.
Right, we just want to supply information.
Right.
But it's so nice to see you.
Thanks, Mommy.
I hate that you're going back.
Well, you're coming down next. We take turns.
You want to sing us out?
Yeah. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
And cut.
That was good. Welcome back. You're watching The Girls on SSP TV.
Stop torturing these poor people. We want to keep viewers.
Now, you ever someone tells you not to do something, you just keep doing it like this?
Yeah, well, that's my little kid, Jeannine.
I know. So we're back. See, Kim likes it. Kim Barbush is our guest, and we're talking about the weight loss shots, drugs, medication, whatever you want to call it, right?
The skinny shots.
The skinny shots. So thanks for coming on. You look just like you did when we were growing up in high school, and you do. You look like a little kid now.
Thanks.
Oh, so you went to high school together?
Well, I know her for a long, long time, and I haven't seen her. So when she said she gained all this weight, when she sent me pictures, I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen you. So it creeps up on you, and it's been since COVID. I mean, I know I've been up and down, and weight is a very sensitive topic to talk with people, right? For everybody. And for you, tell us your story of how you decided to even try going on medication, because you were battling your weight for a long time.
Right, yeah. I've always had a weight issue, and I just didn't feel good. I just felt tired all the time and couldn't keep up. I have 4 grandkids, so I got to keep up with them, and yeah, so I just decided I was researching, of course, you look everything up, and of course there's good and bad with everything, and I just decided to take a shot with it.
A shot?
Literally take a shot. So did you go see your healthcare professional?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I went to the doctor, and she said, well, first we have to check all your levels, like we want to see what it is. So when I got them back, they were horrible. Yeah. My A1C was 6.5, which is diabetic.
Okay.
And before that, it was pre-diabetic. So I kind of was, you know,
progressively worse.
yeah, yeah. So now, so then I said, okay, I'm done. Like I don't want to be on insulin, you know, every day and have to monitor that all the time. So
one more thing, how did you hear about the medications?
online.
Yeah, just people were on it.
People were on it. Yeah, I saw people on it, and they seemed like they were doing pretty good. Mine at first was, I want to feel better, and nothing I did. I mean, I've done every diet there is. I exercise, you know, the whole everything, and nothing. I mean, you would think, you know, as heavy as I was, I would eat all the time, but that's not the case. You know, I even went through bulimia. I went through that. So, you know, like it's just up, down, up, down.
And then you just don't know what to do.
And I didn't know what to do. So I figured, well, before I have to be on insulin forever, I'd rather try something else. And I tried Ozempic.
And what happened? So let's take it to the first week, let's say. What was the
How'd
first
you
thing that you noticed?
It took me a while. I went to her in January of last year, and she prescribed it. And of course, I had to get my insurance to see if they would cover it, which thank God they did. And so then I got it in, and I was skeptical because, of course, then I'm reading everything again. So I'm like, oh boy, I'm really, really nervous. And then I found a picture, the one that I sent you, with the blue shirt on. And I actually was looking for something else on my husband's phone, and he had that. I didn't even know he took it. And I was like, oh boy. So
that was your sign.
That was my sign.
Of signs.
Yes, that was my sign.
When you saw that, you were feeling like this isn't.
Oh, I just immediately started crying. Yeah. So I waited till Monday, that next Monday, and I started it. I thought, well, this was in April, so I started it. I was like, I have to just start it.
So now when you're saying you started it, you said you got all this information in. Is it you go to the doctor and they order it for you, and then you pick it up at the pharmacist and you go home? Did they teach you what to do, how to give yourself a shot, or what?
She did, but I have medical background too, so I kind of knew, you know, where to do it, where you can play, you know, because you could either do it in your thigh, your stomach, or your arm. And I started with my belly because that was, you know, I figured I wouldn't feel it as much. And I got myself worked up because I took it, and I, you know, of course you get like anxiety and stuff, but it was okay. But then a couple days later, I started like not wanting to eat that much.
But you didn't feel nauseous?
Not until a couple days later.
Okay.
Yeah. So, then I did get the nausea and stuff, but as I took it, it eased up. But I mean, I still get it if I eat certain things.
Right.
So, yeah.
So did you start on a very small dose?
Yes, they start on a very small dose, and then you can work your way up. Ozempic only goes to 2. So once you're at 2, you either have to try a different one or just try to maintain.
So how do you feel about, you've lost, I think you said 82 pounds.
Yeah.
The time of the
bless
taping,
you.
and you want to lose another 22.
Yeah.
So how much weight are you losing a month?
It depends. Like some months, when I first started it, it was going off quick.
Right.
Like it was really good. And then now I'm kind of slowing down a little bit. Within the past, it's not weeks anymore. So like within the past, or not a week. So like in the past couple, it was maybe
4 or
like
5?
3,
Okay.
4 sometimes.
But that's good.
Yeah.
That's how we should lose.
But how have you changed your life in addition? So if it makes sure that you're not hungry, but in addition to that, I'm sure you're feeling better, you're feeling lighter, your blood levels, did you go back for blood work?
Yes, I went back for blood work, and everything's in the green.
Great.
Yes. So, and my A1C is now down to 5.1, and that was 2 months ago. So I'm keeping it down, but I try to stay away from sugar. I try not to eat nothing or drink anything with sugar in it. And when I'm eating, I kind of like, it's weird because when you think you're on a diet and you think, oh, not all these calories, but then you look and you're like, oh, well, this is making you not. Like I can eat a half a sandwich now versus the whole sandwich.
Right.
So, and now I have my brain, even though like, you know, sometimes I get, you know, like you want to eat more, but then you can't. So, I mean, not that you can't, but you just kind of.
Is it teaching you? Like, do you feel this is something you need to be on forever, or is it teaching you habits that you feel you're confident you could do once you're done with the drug?
I don't know.
don't you know yet?
I don't know yet. Yeah,
You're
I'm
still
not
on
sure.
your journey.
Yeah, I'm still on my journey, and I still have. I want to lose more.
But
and
you look at food differently.
yes, I definitely
You
do.
look at it as nourishment instead of like,
Yes.
before, were you like an emotional eater?
I would say, yeah. Like, I wouldn't think that because I wouldn't eat like a lot, but I would eat certain things, and I was like, oh, that's not bad for you. But
Or would you? I think it's so hard to lose when you just feel like garbage, or you feel terrible in your clothes, or you see a picture and then you just want to eat like a cake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm serious.
I know.
I even know, like, if I see myself in some shows and I was like, oh my Lord.
yeah,
I might do that on this show. Who knows? I didn't look at it yet. But I'm saying, like, it's like a negative. It doesn't give you a pep talk when you look at yourself and you look bad.
Right.
But if you look good, you're like, oh my God, like, that's what I need to keep going.
right.
Right.
That's what I'm doing now.
Right.
Like, I'll take and I'm not a picture person, so and I keep doing it every month just to
Good.
see if I can. Because
Good.
there was up and until 4 months ago, I didn't see it.
Oh.
I didn't see it. So not until somebody came up to me and goes, "Wow, you really are losing weight," and yeah.
So your brain has to catch up with your body.
Yeah.
And what you wear and what
Yeah.
you do. And are you, when you're doing, I'm sure you've seen like some of the comments that we've gotten, and I've learned a lot through, because it is such a controversial issue on people, how they name it, how they say it, how people feel about it. And then with taking the shot, are you exercising or trying to make any lifestyle changes?
Yes, a lot. Yeah, just the amount of you eat and the plate. Like if I go to take the kids to like say McDonald's or something, like I can't eat. Before I could eat a whole French fry,
Right.
and now I can't. So
Right.
I take like a couple out, and I'm good.
Right.
I'm really good with that. So
Do you walk or exercise?
I walk, yeah. I walk a lot, and I mean other exercise I need to get into, but
As you lose the weight?
Yeah.
Because they say with it you'll lose some muscle.
right.
So doing, as we age anyway, I guess we should do more lifting, right?
What's your husband's reaction? Being that he had that other picture.
Yeah, he's kind of. I mean, he's even said, now. Like at first, he wouldn't tell me because I always start these things and then I don't keep going. So he, I guess, didn't want to,
Right.
say something, and then I'll be
Right.
like, okay, well, I'm done now. So this is just like this is a life change. Like I had to change. I really did. And I know there's controversy and people say, well, you lose muscle and they can't. I saw the one, they can't, they're trying to train people, but you got to train your mind also. Like that's the biggest thing is your mind. And
And what works for someone might not work for someone
right,
else.
someone might not, it might not work for other people, or I know somebody that had really bad side effects, so they couldn't do it and stuff. So it's just the person,
You got
depending.
to find what works for you.
Right.
It's a personal thing, and the good thing about it, though, is that you're under doctor's care.
Right.
So it's not dangerous for you.
Right. Yeah, no, I wouldn't buy it off the internet or yeah, no, I go to her and she monitors me every 6 months. I have to go for the A1C and the blood work just to make sure, because I mean there is side effects, your liver, your kidneys, I know people say that there's like your stomach can
Paralyze.
Yeah, you can paralyze your stomach and stuff, but
But compared to what you were before, you still had bad health before, which
Right.
was leading to bad things as well.
right. And especially I'm no longer on blood pressure pills.
Wonderful.
So
So I had one more question because I know we have to go to break. When you keep getting your results, does insurance keep covering it? Like, how does that work?
I didn't have an issue so far, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm hoping. I mean, it's
I wonder because I thought like your A1C had to be a certain whatever to continue, but I've known people who've been on it for years.
Right.
And they're so I didn't know how that worked.
Were you on insulin for your diabetes?
no, because when I
She
went,
would've, though.
I would have.
Right, right.
When I went, I was pre-diabetes for the first before, and then when I went back in like a couple months, when I started this a year ago, and I went back and it was 6.5. So yeah, I would have been.
That was the turning point.
That was the turning point, and the picture. Yeah.
That picture. So thank you to your husband for that. So Kim Barbush on Ozempic, she had really good results, and we thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck, and we're going to follow the rest of your progress.
Who's up next?
Thank you.
Now we have Sandy DeAndrea coming up next, and she's going to give us the everything that happened with her weight loss journey, and I guess we'll just continue looking to see how everybody's doing with their weight loss journeys.
We'll be right back after the word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the girls. We're being serenaded by Jeannine during the commercial time here.
You're welcome.
And by the way, the commercials that you're watching, please patronize all of these sponsors, because through them we're able to bring these shows to you. You could watch us here, wherever you're watching us on TV, online. Go to our YouTube channel. You can watch this show. You can watch all of our other shows. They're archived. And you could keep up with every topic that we're talking about. But today's burning topic is the skinny on getting skinny. And the reason we say that is because there is now a medication that is being promoted not only by the drug companies, but also some of the physicians are recommending this to people to actually improve their health and lose the weight that they've been struggling trying to get rid of.
And to preface that, we aren't supporting it, or we're not picking any sides on it. We're just showing you some success stories, and other people who've not had success stories who they didn't want to come on the show, but they've said like they've gone on the compounding forms of these. Some people have had highly allergic reactions. Other people went on the drug and they said they didn't lose any weight. So it's really a personal issue. You should know the pros and cons.
Right, and see your healthcare professional,
provider,
not us.
Not
We're
us.
just giving you information.
And we wouldn't recommend you just going on a website that you don't know, as Dr. Phil Benio said.
Right. So now we have another person who's been on, a very familiar face to us, Sandy DeAndrea, and she was so nice to tell us that she'd be able to come on and share a story with us.
Sure.
So,
Another weight loss story. We love the before and after photos,
yeah,
don't we?
we do.
With hair, makeup, weight loss.
Yep.
So thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me here. I'm very happy to talk about this topic too.
Well, I came across your Facebook page and I saw these gorgeous photos. You were in Paris with your daughter.
I took
and
her
you
there for
hired a
senior
photographer there, and you had some professional shots, then glamour shots whenever. And I just started thinking, wait a minute. Sandy, what the heck? So I start scrolling down, you research everything, go back and started snooping around with your Facebook page. And I realized that you had mentioned there that you had lost some weight, and there was a great story there. So you take it from there. Tell us everything about how
Where
you
did
got
it
started. What happened?
So I had actually heard of Wegovy. That's the brand that I take. It's a shot once a week, and I had heard about it probably dating back to 2018. Never really thought much about it. Just, in passing, somebody had mentioned it to me, and she was so happy with it and everything. And this past year, having that extra weight on me, and I'm a very active person.
Right.
I'm always outside running around. I do kitten rescue. I'm always on the go. And for me, it was very difficult to try to lose the weight. And so out of the blue, I said to my husband, I'm like, I've had enough. I'm going to try it. And so I had a discussion with my doctor, and she said, yeah, we'll go ahead and try it out. But they do a whole background on you, like what you've actually tried before to lose weight, and they do the whole background. And at first, like I said, I couldn't get it because I didn't have an underlying issue. For my insurance, that's what they had said, was you have to have an underlying issue in order to get Wegovy. So finally, after 2 months of trying to put my prescription through, the doctor said, you know what, we're going to do blood work on you. We haven't done your blood work in a while. And my cholesterol came back just a little higher than normal, and that was the trigger to go ahead and put the Wegovy prescription through.
And from that point, had you done some, as you said, you did research on it, and was that the medication that was selected for you, or were you interested in the Wegovy?
Yes, that's the one that the doctor had told me about, because there's certain medications you can take if you're not diabetic or not pre-diabetic, and Wegovy is what was explained to me was for persons who are not diabetic.
Okay, that's the big difference right there for you.
Yes.
So what happened next?
How was your first shot?
It was great, and you don't really feel anything for a couple days, but I think what Kim had said earlier was, your body kind of gets to the point where you look at food differently, whereas I could sit down to a meal before, and now you're sitting down and you're looking at the food thinking, I can't eat all of this.
Right.
That's going to be like 2, even 3 meals for me now. So it really teaches your mind portion control, I think, is the big thing that I've found with it. And the other thing is, I had several minor issues as far as like heartburn, sometimes constipation with it, but those are things you can work through.
No nausea?
Some nausea,
Okay.
yeah. Mostly like the heartburn was the big thing for me. But, I had asked my doctor and they said, oh yeah, you could take like Tums or something like that. And I just work right through it.
Well, people have that without being on
True.
medications
Right.
as well too.
Okay.
Sometimes people who are overweight have more heartburn and
I
sleep
did have
apnea
heartburn
and other
before.
things.
Right.
Yeah, I did have it before.
So it was a pre-existing condition.
So
Right.
did certain foods affect you along the way? Or
Not
could
really.
you eat whatever you want? You just ate smaller portions?
I've always been kind of a picky eater, so now, again, I still like certain things. I'm not a big junk food eater, not a big sweet eater, but again, like Kim had said, I didn't eat a lot, and I think a lot of my issue was the time of day I was eating. Like I would go all day, and sometimes I'd be laying in bed at night at 11 o'clock going, geez, I didn't eat today,
Oh, wow.
So, and then if I'm really that hungry, then I go downstairs and find something to eat. So
Right.
now I'm eating late at night. I'm not, that food's just sitting in my stomach. And I think a lot of the heartburn and stuff could have possibly been from that.
And Dr. Benio had explained to us too that when you eat late at night, your stomach is sort of going to sleep, so it's not really digesting your food. The food is just sitting there.
Right.
So that's
Right.
the worst time to eat.
Right.
So what kind of lifestyle changes have you made, if any?
It's funny because my husband and I, we're always on the go. We're usually always together. Portion control, I think, is the biggest thing with me, where, we can go out to eat and I'm not sitting down to a big, huge dinner. Sometimes, I'll be like, okay, I'll just get a small salad because I really don't feel like eating that much.
Is it in your head that you don't want to eat, or is it your stomach's not hungry?
Both.
Or is it both?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is, because I can look at food and it might be something I absolutely love and I'm just like, no, I'm not having it.
So
That's interesting.
are you ever hungry enough to be like, okay, I want to eat now, or do you make yourself eat 3 times a day, or?
I've always I try to eat at least twice a day. So I usually have something small for breakfast in the morning, and then we'll usually have a dinner, like an early dinner. So again, I'm very, my husband, he's great. He's been like so supportive through it. And he knows that, if I'm not hungry, I'll go sit with him if he wants to eat or whatever. But he doesn't push the issue or try to say, oh, you really should eat something, because I can't. I'm not hungry enough
Right.
to eat.
So are you finished with your weight loss journey? And
Yeah.
how do you stop? Do you just stop, or what?
So I had wanted to lose 40 pounds, and I've actually lost 45. So
Good
I said
for
to
you.
thank you. So I said to my doctor, I'm like, listen, I need to level off here, and I really don't want to lose any more weight. I'm very comfortable where I'm at right
Right.
now, and I'm actually fitting into some of my 17-year-old's clothes.
That's awesome.
But she gained a wardrobe and I'm gaining a wardrobe, you know. So
Good share.
it's nice though, you know, and I feel so much better fitting into smaller clothes, you know, and it's a whole wardrobe change for me too, but I just feel so much better. Like the pain that I had experienced in my knees and my joints, like my ankles and everything, I don't have it any longer. And I'm really looking forward now to being outside with the warmer weather. And I'll tell you honestly, I've been on Wegovy since September.
Wow.
And I went through a phase where I was super tired on it.
Right.
So you really need to take like a multivitamin with it too.
So you had a 6-month journey, and Doc mentioned sometimes people have a Wegovy face or Ozempic face or whatever it is. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You don't look
Thank
like you have any sagging muscles or whatever, so you're very active. Have you noticed anything on your body? Like, have you noticed anything that
Muscle
you really have to
loss
address?
or-
Muscle loss or muscle strength?
Probably muscle loss in my arms mostly. Like I said, I was always very active, and I'll probably notice it more when I go outside and start doing my, you know, summer yard cleanup and everything. But for me, it's always been something like I just work on during the year when the weather's nice, when I can get outside.
But the best part is you don't have any more pains in your knees and
No.
whatever, so that's not keeping you from exercising or just
amazing.
being active.
Yeah, you feel like a different person, seriously.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for sharing your story with us.
Another success story.
Yeah,
Thank
I love
you.
it.
That's
Love it, love
wonderful.
it.
People getting healthy, not just losing weight. They're
Right.
actually getting healthy and learning how to keep it off. That's the great part. So you're going to see some great pictures throughout the show. And again, we're going to keep mentioning this. If you have any questions, please consult your healthcare professional.
Yes.
Stay healthy, eat healthy, get out and enjoy the nice weather. And we'll see you next time on The Girls. Maybe we'll let Jeannine sing. Oh no, you're going to sing us off.
Thanks for watching, The Girls.
She's my Ozempic.